Okay, this is the recording for reverse engineering for fall 2019. If you look here, you will see a course that looks something like this. This is the course I'll be talking about. This is fall 2019 reverse engineering. That course. There we go. All right, first things first, let's start at the top. Under the Start Here link, you will see a welcome message. You click on that, and it'll give you links to different things inside the course. I will be talking about most of them, but there are other links out here which you are free to look at. Okay, here's actually don't need this welcome message anymore since I'm making this new welcome message. So I'm removing that. Here's the information about proctoring. This course will require proctoring, how to get free software, recommended books, so on and so forth. There's also a couple links about how to email your professor and email etiquette. Okay, the one thing that's important out of that is when you email me, please tell me which course you're in, what assignment or quiz you're talking about. If you don't provide that to me, I don't know. It's so hard when people say, I have a question on number 5. It's like, I don't know the answer to that. Okay, so that's under Start Here. Now let's talk about your quiz, and we'll come back to the modules in a second. This is Reverse Engineering Online. There's my contact information. There's no textbooks required for this course. I provide everything you need. You're going to learn all kinds of cool things about reverse engineering here. A lot of this course is really just following along with the instructions. Okay? Not all of it, but a lot of it is. So please walk through those carefully because there are some that actually require some thought. And if you don't know how to do it, you haven't been following along in the other ones, you're going to have an issue. Okay. We had an issue in the spring 19. If a student didn't understand weighted, he didn't understand what 30% meant. So, well, I've changed everything. Well, mine are still weighted. Discussions are 10, lab assignments are 30, exams are 60. But they're also based on points now. So for instance, discussions are worth 10% of your grade. All discussions combined are worth 100 points. So if you don't complete any of the discussions, max score you can get is 900, which is technically an A, but yeah, above 900 is an A, 900 and above. Lab assignments are worth 300 points or 30% of your grade. Exams are 600 points or 60% of your grade. All I do is I manipulate the points so they all equal to 1,000. Okay. Don't do late work. Okay, just do your work on time. As I mentioned in another class, I actually had an official grade appeal in the spring, which the student lost miserably. But his reasoning was, there were some assignments in the course that I changed the due dates, and I let him have to the end of the semester to basically do everything from week chapter 7. So basically 5 chapters worth of work. I gave them an extension and let them have to the end of the semester. Well, the student's point was, I didn't know they were required until the very last day, because that's what they set the date to, so he didn't do them. So basically, I should have given him a B. It was bizarre. But either way, he did not win. So I'm just going to leave the dates the way they are. Okay? If I change them, we'll talk about that at a later point. These last couple of things I do need to modify slightly because we do have a new syllabus addendum, which I will be adding to this course. I just hadn't done it yet before I started making this recording. I'll probably do those tomorrow or Monday. So the end of the syllabus will be updated to include a link for a syllabus addendum. Please read it. It's important information about the college and policies and procedures. Okay, if you go down to the bottom, you'll see a bunch of links for all the different assignments. You'll see they start week 1 and they finish on week 16. Okay, now week 1 really just has the discussions that do. I'll show you that here in a second, but some weeks are only discussions, some weeks are discussions plus labs, some weeks, and you notice once we get past midterm, you actually have a couple weeks to work on some of these assignments. So lab 7, 8, 9, you actually get multiple weeks to work on because they do take a little bit longer. Okay, still require discussions, but the labs you have more time on. Okay, now let's start talking about the different modules here. Load. All right, under week one, or I'm sorry, module week for week one, you will see there's a discussion due, and there is a recording here, which I made. Now this, I'm not going to delete the introduction section. Remember exactly what I said. It's been a while since the recordings have been updated in this. But any videos you see in this course, ignore the dates because they were made in prior years. So the good content, just ignore the dates, okay? I mean, I already did. We're doing this. Actually, I really don't need this one. Actually, I'll leave it there. No, I better not because someone's going to complain. There, that. You do have a couple assignments. You got converting number bases. Actually, no, these are recordings if I remember right. These are, make sure, mess them up. Yeah, this is a PowerPoint on converting number bases. Go through that, and there are recordings that go along with them. And the recordings are right in, oh, there, duh, it's right there, right underneath it, the record. I couldn't remember where I put it. Lab 1, you'll see, it says no submission required. So this is lab 1. What you're going to do is you're going to click on this. You're going to open this document up, and it's basically a primer for assembly language. You'll be using assembly language through this entire course. Please read through this, okay? Not requiring you to submit anything, but I will be asking you questions on the exams, and you will be using a lot of this stuff during the assignment. So please read through this. It's not all that difficult, but please read through it. I do cover some of it later on, but please read through that, okay? Week 2, you'll see we actually have this. Actually, let me talk about discussions real quick over here. I'm going to click on the discussion link. This can tell you, let's see if this is like the other course is actually the wrong file I linked up in there. Let's make sure I got the right file. Yes, I do have the right file. And you'll see there is 14 discussions over 16 weeks. So there's no discussion in week 8 and no discussion in week 16. It's due on Tuesday and the reply by Sunday. Okay. And this is the number of points you have discussions. Okay. Easy enough there. So that's discussion week 1. You'll see there's one discussion each week. You can see each one. And you'll see the due dates underneath them. So week 2, there's your discussion. There's the lecture. There's the recording. There's another lecture and recording, and so on and so forth. So it's, follow along with this stuff, and I think this is the actual one you're going to submit. So this is the PowerPoint for that one. Just making sure which one it is. So lab 1 is there's lab 2. Okay. Lab 2 is actually under week 3. So follow through here, and if you got any problems, please let me know. Here's the one you're going to be submitting right now, September 7th. Just because you're not submitting an assignment to week 3 doesn't mean you don't have to listen to this stuff. So this assembly language file I give you here in lab 1, I do talk about it over here. Okay, I talked about it somewhat, and there's also an update here. So please walk through each of these files, listen to the recordings, start doing the assignments. It should all be updated. Now, there's a couple of them down here. Let me show you. There's some that are blocked out. You see, like walkthrough of lab 7 will not unlock until October 27th. That means is you're going to complete lab 7. Okay? Once it's completed and submitted, then I open up the answers to it. This is the walkthrough of lab 7. I want to make sure you understood everything. Same with lab 8. You'll see, I think it's under right here. So lab 8, the complete lab 8. Once it's due, I unlock the walkthrough where I actually walk through the actual recording with all the answers to make sure you understand it. Same with lab 9. I think I do the same thing. Maybe I didn't. I only did those 2. But there are discussions each time. There is an exam, a final and a midterm. They are both required proctoring. So please be ready for those, okay? What else is there to tell you? Discussions, grading, we talked about that. Files, you need some files, right? Where's the file? There it is. RE files needed. Click here. This also requires you to use your raider.rose email address. When you click on this, it opens up, and you'll see there are some files you needed. There, this is not RE means reverse engineering. This is a 2 GB file. This is a Windows 7 virtual machine. Do not update it. Do not connect it to the internet or anything. Okay. It's a Windows 7 virtual machine. You need VMware to run it. There's a couple of VMware players. You'll be using that through this course. Whenever I talk about use your REVM, that's where you're going to get it from. I'm actually going to go back and change that link. So it tells you use your raider.rose email address. Edit this real quick. Raider, not Raider. Good. The reason I do that is some of the files we're using, some of the software we're using is or does cost money, and this way only students can access it. Same way in forensics, there's a lot of software that costs money, so I only share it with a Raider link. So if you try to download this or access this without your Raider address, it will actually send me a request for access. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. I'm not going to open it. I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to reply to it. I'm going to delete it. So if you try to access this with anything other than your Raider account, it's going to send me a link, and I'm going to delete it, and you're not going to get a response. So use your raider.rose email address. In case you don't know it, you have a Google account. It's, mine is kdewey at raider.rose.edu. Comes with Google Drive, which is actually unlimited storage for life. I don't know about you guys, but that's pretty awesome. I got 3.5 terabytes on mine already. A lot of mine are plastic materials, but so, start using it if you're not using it, okay? I do mention a couple books in class, and here's where I talk about them right there. You can actually click the links and download them. What else is there to talk about in books? I think that's about it. If you do have any other questions, please feel free to contact me. I can answer questions. I can help you in any way. All right? Thank you very much.